Hi viewers, if you are watching my video for the first time, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you'll get notifications further. Thank you. And today I would like to explain about aerobic respiration, which requires oxygen. So as we discussed in the previous sessions, glycolysis is a common pathway for aerobic organisms as well as anaerobic organisms. And the end product of glycolysis, that is pyruvic acid, which is formed. Now this pyruvic acid which is formed in the cytoplasm moves towards the mitochondria for final oxidation, that means for complete oxidation we can say. So pyruvate which enters into the mitochondrial region, that is perimitochondrial space, where it starts its oxidation. So the main aim of this aerobic respiration is for complete oxidation of this pyruvic acid in order to release 3 molecules of carbon dioxide for one cycle, and it also removes the hydrogen atoms by oxidation process in step-by-step sequence. Okay, so total there will be 4 oxidations in Krebs cycle and 1 oxidation in the link reaction. So and 1 glycolysis we have already seen. So all these oxidations which are occurring in step-by-step sequence, the strategy behind this is to trap the energy which is being released during oxidation in order to synthesize ATP. So the main aim is not to get the energy to be wasted, or not to lose the energy to be wasted, so that complete energy which is released during oxidation will be trapped for ATP synthesis. Okay, so now those 2 molecules of pyruvate undergoes oxidation, decarboxylation as well as condensation with coenzyme A in the presence of enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase. So this pyruvate dehydrogenase is a complex enzyme which has components like lipoic acid, magnesium ions as well as TPP, that is thiamine pyrophosphate. Okay, so now this reaction which is occurring in the perimitochondrial space or intermembrane space. So first pyruvate is undergoing oxidation and removes the hydrogen atoms. Those hydrogen atoms which are released from pyruvate is accepted by 2 molecules of NAD to form 2 molecules of NADH2. In complete respiratory reactions, we can see only the coenzyme NAD but not NADP. Okay, so these 2 coenzymes are different, not same. Okay, and next, it is also undergoing decarboxylation, releases carbon dioxide. So for 2 pyruvates, it releases 2 carbon dioxide, and also condensation with coenzyme A to form 2 molecules of acetyl-CoA. So this reaction is also called as link reaction, as it is a link reaction between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Okay, and the product which is formed in this link reaction is said as link product, that is acetyl coenzyme A. And now this acetyl coenzyme A moves towards the matrix of mitochondria, okay, where it undergoes Krebs cycle. Okay, next, so this acetyl-CoA or acetyl coenzyme A, here it undergoes condensation, and there is a 2 carbon compound along with oxaloacetic acid in the presence of enzyme citrate synthetase. It forms citric acid, which is a 6 carbon compound. Okay, and this is the first stable product which is formed in Krebs cycle. Okay, and this complete Krebs cycle was given by a scientist, Sir Hans Krebs. So the name it was given as Krebs cycle. And the first stable product which is formed is citric acid. So this cycle is even said as citric acid cycle. And this first stable product, citric acid, constitutes 3 carboxylic acids in their structure. Okay, 3 carboxylic groups in their structure. So it is even said as TCA cycle, that is tricarboxylic acid cycle. So it is even said as TCA cycle, that is tricarboxylic acid cycle, as it has 3 carboxylic groups. And citric acid in the presence of enzyme aconitase, it undergoes dehydration. Okay, so to form cis aconitic acid. which is again 6 carbon compound. So this cis-aconitic acid further again undergoes hydration, okay, in the presence of enzyme aconitase to form isocitric acid. Isocitric acid, now it undergoes oxidation. So this oxidation will be first oxidation in Krebs cycle, okay, and third oxidation in complete aerobic respiration. One in glycolysis, one in link reaction, and this will be third, okay, but first in Krebs cycle. So during this oxidation process, the hydrogen atoms which are removed, okay, by step sequence, as we have discussed just now, step-by-step release of hydrogen atoms will be accepted by again NAD molecule to form NAD coenzyme to form 2 molecules of NADH2. So for one turn of Krebs cycle, it will form only 1 NADH2 at each oxidation. But for 2 turns of Krebs cycle, it forms 2 NADH2s. Okay. So this by oxidation isocitric acid in the presence of isocitrate dehydrogenase, it forms oxalosuccinic acid. Now this oxalosuccinic acid, which is a 6 carbon compound, undergoes decarboxylation, okay, that is removal of again 2 carbon dioxide molecules for 2 turns of Krebs cycle. It forms alpha ketoglutaric acid, which is only 5 carbon compound in the complete TCA cycle. Okay, so now this alpha ketoglutaric acid, which is a 5 carbon compound, undergoes further oxidation. Okay, so this releases hydrogen atoms by oxidation from alpha ketoglutaric acid, and that will be accepted by 2 molecules of NAD to form 2 molecules of NADH2 for 2 turns. Okay, so now it also undergoes decarboxylation again for 2 turns of Krebs cycle here. In this step, 2 carbon dioxides will be released. Okay, again it forms succinyl-CoA, which is the first 4 carbon compound. Okay, so succinyl-CoA, which is a 4 carbon compound, undergoes substrate level phosphorylation here. Okay, so that means substrate is giving phosphate source in order to synthesize ATP. Okay, so this is a cleavage reaction which is occurring in the presence of enzyme thiokinase and removes a coenzyme A to form succinic acid, which is again a 4 carbon compound. So during this process, initially the phosphate which is being released by succinyl-CoA will be accepted by GDP, okay, to form GTP, and GTP further again undergoes hydrolysis to form GDP and releases one phosphate that will be accepted by ADP to form ATP. So like this, 2 turns of Krebs cycle will synthesize 2 ATP, and one and only substrate level phosphorylation in Krebs cycle is this one, that is during conversion of succinyl-CoA to succinic acid. So in complete aerobic respiration, there will be 3 SLP reactions, that is substrate level phosphorylation reactions, that is 2 in glycolysis, 1 in Krebs cycle. Succinic acid again undergoes oxidation in the presence of enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. Okay, so to form fumaric acid. So now in this step, hydrogen atoms which are released by succinic acid will be accepted by FAD, okay, to form FADH2. So here it is not NAD, it is by FAD. It is accepted by FAD to form reduced coenzyme FADH2. Okay. Next, the product which is formed in this reaction of oxidation, it is fumaric acid, which is 4 carbon compound, and this further undergoes hydration in the presence of enzyme fumarase to form malic acid, which is a 4 carbon compound. And next, last oxidation, that is malic acid undergoes oxidation, that is 4th oxidation in Krebs cycle in the presence of enzyme malate dehydrogenase, okay, to form oxaloacetic acid, which is a 4 carbon compound. During this process, as by oxidation, hydrogen atoms are removed from substrate, and that will be accepted by NAD molecule to form 2 NADH2. Okay, so this is again a cyclic process which will be occurring. Okay, so for 2 turns of Krebs cycle, 6 NADH2 will be produced from matrix of mitochondria and 2 FADH2 from complete Krebs cycle and 2 NADH2 in the perimitochondrial space. So 2 NADH2 from perimitochondrial space, 6 NADH2 from Krebs cycle, 2 FADH2 from Krebs cycle, and again 2 NADH2 from glycolysis. So all this enter into ETS, that is electron transport system, which is occurring in the inner mitochondrial membrane for final oxidation, because in these steps of step-by-step sequence of oxidation reactions, the released hydrogen atoms are accepted by NAD molecules as well as FAD molecules to form a reducing equivalence, that is NADH2 and FADH2, which will be storing the energy. So this will be undergoing final oxidation in the inner mitochondrial membrane for synthesis of ATP, for complete releasing of energy and synthesis of ATP. Okay, so this is all about this aerobic respiration which is occurring in the mitochondria, as well as in the next session we will be discussing about the MCQs of related to glycolysis as well as Krebs cycle. Okay, so please watch the video till the end.